Hi everybody. How are you tonight? Boy, oh my goodness, there's a camera showing in my head. There we go. Well, I'm Gretchen and welcome to Story and Art, and I'm here with a premiere because for those of you who are regulars and know where I am, yes, I'm in Botswana. Um, Probably leaving Botswana tomorrow, maybe, when you're hearing this, or the next day for South Africa. Yeah, it's I'm will be excited when I get home finally to be able to share the adventure with you. But I didn't want to leave without having stories for you every night, and so I've recorded some ahead of time. For those of you who are regulars, you know what my deal is. For those who are new, catching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Join in on the chat. I do a story time featuring picture books and the art that makes them so spectacular. And I read these books every night at 6:30 Pacific time p.m. Read one, two, sometimes three books. Sometimes we do an art lesson. Sometimes people send in their artwork and we go over that. But it is a way of featuring a style of literature that means a great deal to me and that I think tells a lot of stuff for us and shares a whole bunch. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so yeah, children's literature picture books are the focus of this, and the art and the message that makes them spectacular. Tonight, I went with the title of Simply Beautiful because there are times when the books are just that, simply beautiful. And it is simple beauty or beautifully simple. Sometimes it's the text is very small, not very many words. Other time, and the illustrations are so complete. Sometimes the story has more to it, but the illustrations can be very, very minimal, but tell so much. So tonight I chose a couple of books, um, and the first is by Micha Archer. Let me see if I can pull up her website for you. Screen share right there. There she is. And for this book, Micha won the Caldecott Honor and Wonder Walker, and it is the book that I am going to read to you tonight. Didn't tell me a whole lot about her, about herself as an individual. She just went through kind of um, some of the thumbnails of her work and her pictures about Micha. Here we go. There she is. uh, Working in oil, watercolor, pen, and ink. Tell you what, this is kind of hard for me to read this. Um, and collage. I create layered pieces from various materials on paper and digitally. There's a whole lot more about her, but quite frankly, yeah, that font is hard to read. So thankfully, it's not hard to read in the book, but that's really interesting to see. She does have some, oh, finds a poem sequel around the world in a bathtub. She has some parts that are highlighted, but yeah, it's great. She's got a great list of books here, and her artwork and the story itself is absolutely wonderful. So I'm excited to share that one with you. We'll start with that one, and I'll come back to the next book. Wonder Walkers by Micha Archer. Let's see if they tell me what she did for the artwork. The illustrations were done in inks and collage using tissue paper and patterned papers created with homemade stamps. Wow. Wonder Walkers. Wonder Walk? Sure. Is the sun the world's light bulb? Is fog the river's blanket? Do mountains have bones? Are forests the mountain's fur? I wonder. Me too. Are trees the sky's legs? Are branches trees' arms? Is dirt the world's skin? Are roots the plant's toes? Do caves have mouths? Are shells the shore's necklace? Is the ocean the world's bath? Are rivers the earth's veins? Is the wind the world breathing? Is rain the day's tears? Is the moon the world's nightlight? I wonder. Me too. Daniel's Good Day. Oh, that's another book that she has. Well, the illustrations in this collage, look at that. Look at the level of collage back in the sky in this one alone. And in the patio out here, right before the boardwalk, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I could investigate just the illustrations alone here. Look at this one. It is pretty stunning with the faces in and amongst. You can see the world breathing and the veins. This is one of the most beautiful. No wonder she has a Caldecott honor for it. It means it was selected to be one of the best illustrated books of its year of publications. Quite the honor. That's gorgeous. So that was pretty cool. I love the artwork in that one. That's a true book of simple beauty in so many different ways of how the colors are put together, how the story's told, but also and the relationship between the two characters of what they explore and that childlike just kind of wonder of what's out there in the world and the questions that they ask. I love that one. The next book is by Karina Lukin, and we read a book. Another book. I think I read Nothing in Common that she illustrated. I'm going to have to go back and look in my list. If not, I'll bring Nothing in Common back up because it's a beautiful book. But Karina lives, let's bring her up here, the screen share. She's the author and illustrator of The Tree in Me, which is what we're going to read tonight. A New York Times bestseller, My Heart, and The Book of Mistakes, which has been praised by Entertainment Weekly, The Wall Street Journal, NPR, and more. She's also the illustrator of Something Good and Adrian Simcox Does Not Have a Horse, both written by Marcy Campbell, as well as Nothing in Common, written by Katie Huffler. The Weird Little Robots, written by Carolyn Crimney, and she lives near the Salish Sea in Olympia, Washington, with her husband, daughter, and two small cats. And I think I have read Nothing in Common because I remember talking about the Salish Sea. That's the native name for Puget Sound, is the Salish Sea. And that's pretty cool. It's right outside my studio window here. If I look, I can actually see the sun glistening off part of the Salish Sea. I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, the name of this book is The Tree in Me. And here we go. It's another one with really beautiful illustrations and very different, and there's so much depth to these illustrations. I'll try to go fairly slow so that you can see them. But just the in paper alone, look at that. The details in it, it looks like print work. And the smudge aspect to it, I love how she did this. The tree in me is part apple, part orange pear almond, part yum, part shade, oops, just a second, let me get that back down there again for you, and part sun. The tree in me is seed and blossom, bark and stump, branch and trunk, and crown. It's a bird, squirrel, worm, and bee. And because there is a tree in me, there is wind and rain and dirt and a river with fish and a sky too. The tree in me is strong. It bends and has roots that go deep down to where other roots reach up toward their own trunk branch crown. And sky too. Because there is a tree and a sky and a sun in me. I can see. And there is also a tree in you. That is beautiful. The art for this book was created using gouache, pencil, and ink. You can see the brush strokes on this page particularly. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed those two books as much as I did. The artwork in them is absolutely stunning, and it has given me some inspiration of what to play around with. Even in the little time before I leave, I have just in my sketchbook, and I plan on taking a book with me to Africa. Hmm. Uh, Although it won't have as much priority as my camera, it will have a little bit of space there. Thanks, you guys, for being here. This was episode 299, and tomorrow I'll be here back with episode 300, and I cannot quite believe that. I never imagined that. So until then, I hope that these brought you some inspiration, that you enjoyed the story, the simple beauty of the stories and of the illustrations as much as I did. And until next time, then, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you, and it's looking right back at you from your mirror. I'll see you later.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.